Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. I just want to make a small video talking about what is maybe Street Fighter 6's worst update yet. Probably ever. Now, just to be clear, every character addition update has been good in many ways, even for characters I don't like. So, and Bison, I don't like Bison. But his update was really good because it added the ability to teleport to training mode. It introduced change match settings for offline events or offline tournaments. And there's a shortcut button that instantly teleports you to training mode. Really good. So if you boot up the game, you press X, you go straight to training mode with the last settings you put in. I think the bad of this update we're gonna talk about outweighs any good it could have. And that is the Street Fighter 6 crossover collab with K-pop band aespa. Now the reason why this update sucks, primarily the one bad thing that outweighs any good it could have is this. So alongside a crossover costume for Juri, there is one thing about it that I'm concerned about, we'll get to, but specifically this part fucking sucks ass, is a brand new in-game commentator, real-time commentator. The way it worked is that either commentators from the FGC or celebrities or like big actors in other entertainment parts, like American wrestler Thea Trinidad, for example, would record a bunch of generic lines. This feature did not get an update ever since the game came out. The last announcer they announced was actress Hikaru Takahashi on March 9th. And so the game only had these 8 commentators for 2 years of the game. This is our first post-launch commentator, but it's not a good one. So Naivis is like, alongside the 5 actual K-pop artists of aespa, Naivis is like a complimentary virtual idol. There's been virtual singers before, like Hatsune Miku, but the difference between Naivis and Hatsune Miku is that Hatsune Miku is a voice bank. So all the different letter or word pronunciations are keyboard inputs, like piano keyboard inputs. You press a button, she says that, and you can like adjust the pitch or the shift or whatever. And Naivis is generative AI. Generative AI sucks ass. Alongside tech bros trying to take over creative spaces to make up for the lack of creativity, there's also the issue of what's fueling these services. Data centers that require a lot of energy and releases a lot of toxic fumes in the air. And so companies are using something that's very energy intensive to create something that is significantly worse than actual human performances just to save money. Only because it's cheaper. Between the high energy uses that is polluting the air and raising energy bills nationwide to create something that is way worse than the human performance, and putting this in instead of someone more deserving, like another FGC commentator like Yipes. Having Tasty Steve but not having the Tasty Steve Yipes combo is crazy. Anyway, really bad all around. But that's not the only bad of this update. There's also the costume itself. When Capcom advertised this costume, they don't call it Juri Outfit aespa, or Juri Outfit K-pop, or Juri Outfit Collab. They call it Juri Outfit 4. So everyone's getting swimsuit outfits or like clown outfits or sports outfits or whatever that you can get years after the game's release. Like, say you have a friend who's still not into fighting games yet, and Street Fighter 6 could be the game that will convince them to try fighting games, right? But you convince them year 5, this costume will no longer be available by then. And so when Capcom eventually does the old costume bundle, you're gonna have characters that will have like 5 costumes, 6 costumes, and then Juri will be stuck at 3 because her outfits are gonna be time limited, and that is really shitty. In addition, the last part is the price. The price is less of an issue than the fact it's time limited or the fact there's generative AI in the game. With collabs like these, the prices are inflated because you have to pay for licensing fees, but it ties into a completely different problem with Street Fighter 6, is the way you buy content in the Street Fighter 6 shop. It costs 350 fighter coins and there's no option to buy 350 fighter coins. So you end up paying more money than you need to buy content. A really annoying problem that they still have not fixed and is very, very, very predatory. With characters, they're like $8 a pop, but they're priced in a way you're after spending 10 bucks. But the characters themselves, you can circumvent that to an extent anyway, by buying the character pass. So if you're buying every single character, you can buy the character pass, which is cheaper than buying the characters individually. There's nothing like that for Juria's Plus. You have to deal with this bullshit of buying an arbitrary amount of coins just to get the shit you want. It's really bad. So that's it for this little rant video. Normally, I don't comment on stuff like costume announcements or like battle passes. Battle passes suck. I don't like that in a post Marvel Rivals and a Halo Infinite world where the battle passes you buy cannot expire, that Street Fighter still has expiring battle passes. Outside of music, which they still have not put in the shop, and it's really annoying. A lot of them are just avatar gear and tags, so I'm not too mad about missing out on those other than music. Or like photos and filters for your World Tour avatar camera. But increasing the amount of FOMO content to character alts, character costumes, and also introducing generative AI is just really shitty overall and does not sit right with me. Thank you guys for watching. If you hate generative AI, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a nice day.